Thank you guys. Keep it going for Joe. Keep it going for Joe. Yes. Thank you for maintaining that energy. This is really beautiful. I'm happy to be here. Let me get right to it. I am in my 40s. I'm single and I don't have any kids. Anybody else? Yes. Fucking woo is right. Yes, I know. And all my life, people have told me you're going to regret that. You're going to wish that you had gotten married, settled down, and had kids. All right. And I will admit that it is extremely difficult for my friends who have done that. Do they hate witnessing my lifestyle? Oh my God, it's so tragic. Ugh, the best. So, and it's, it's slowed down a lot since I got into my 40s, which I'm very grateful for because it used to be like very intense. Like, once my friend sat me down, she was like, Katie, you just have to do it. You have to have a kid. It is the best thing I've ever done. Ever. Everything else in my life up until this point feels meaningless. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, are you okay? And like once the spiel train has left the station, I could like insult them to their faces and they're not gonna hear me, So she's like, I'm not saying it's not hard, okay? It's hard. It is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's hard. I'm like, you've mentioned that once or twice in the course of our chats, But it's like you dig deep inside and you find a strength that you never knew was there, and you experience the full spectrum of human emotion. And at the end of the day, the experience makes you a stronger person. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm going to stop you. And it's actually not because I disagree. It's because I have given this exact speech about having bed bugs. Like, are we both right? Yes. Am I out here telling people to go to Paris for the Olympics? No, because I think there are better ways to build character, than having bed bugs and having kids. But that's just me. And it still happens every once in a while. Like one of my friends came to visit from San Francisco a few weeks ago, and we went to brunch because we're white women. We got to go to brunch or we get fined. So we're there with our mimosas. She's like, so you're really sure you're not gonna have kids? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. She's like, because you still could. I was like, thanks, I'm aware of the technology, all right? Like, it gets served to me approximately 12 times a day on Instagram because they also do not respect my decisions, okay? She's like, well, let me tell you why I had kids. I'm like, oh, as though I could stop you, please. Yes, tell me why you had kids. All right, and I know sometimes people will, like, embellish things or, like, punch up things that people said to them to make it funnier for the stage. I've done that before. I think there's a place for it. This is not it because I want you to know this is exactly what she said to me, okay? She goes, she's got 2 kids. She goes, I had the first one so that I would have someone to take care of me when I'm old. Okay. And then I had the second one in case the first one didn't want to take care of me. I know, I was like, oh my God, what are you gonna do to the first one? Like, I'm very worried. Then we almost got in a fight at brunch because like people don't want to hear, she's like, well, have you thought about who's gonna take care of you when you're old? And I was like, yeah, I have actually. I think it's probably going to be the same AI robots that your children purchase to take care of you, right? And I'm not letting somebody else be in charge of picking out my robot. That is mine. Yeah, I'm in charge of the budget. I'm in charge of all the options. I already know which one I want, all right? I want the Ryan Gosling model with a couple of extra attachments. Yes, they are vacuum cleaners, all right? He is going to be doing a lot of housework because that is a real turn on for me. Then I had to joke us out of it because we were like dangerously close to getting in a fight at brunch, which is, kind of a bad look. So I was like, no, of course I know who's going to take care of me when I get old. It's going to be my much younger lover, okay? Yeah. I look forward to introducing you. We have not met yet for legal reasons. It's okay. I'm not going to have time for a boyfriend until I'm retired anyway. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not that I don't like kids. I'm not one of those adults that's like, I don't care for children. Like, I like kids. And I actually really like my friends' kids because, like, they will be honest with you in a way that no one else, like, they don't even know not to do it, I was visiting one of my friends in LA. She's got 3 kids. She has a 6-year-old and 2 younger ones, one of which was a surprise. I'm not going to tell you which one. It doesn't matter. They're both hungry, okay? So the 6-year-old has met me before, and he's like low-key obsessed with me because obviously I'm fun as shit, right? So he's like, Katie, will you read me a book before bed tonight? And I was like, buddy, Auntie Katie's in the house. I'm going to read you at least 2 books, plus like a website, a brochure if you have one lying around. Anything you give me, I will read out loud dramatically, okay? This is going to be a fun time. He's like, okay, great. And then, will you sleep in my bed with me tonight? Yeah, and I was like, no, which I realize is a little harsh. He's only 6, all right? But he's got to learn. He's not special. No, all right? So his mom overhears this. She goes, no, honey. Katie's gonna sleep on the couch tonight. And when she says that, both of the little ones leap to their feet and at the top of their lungs they go, our daddy sleeps on the couch every night! I know! I was like, oh wow. So first of all, you are both going to college on me, okay? That is only fair. Private school, anywhere you want, we'll make it work. Also, what are the rules here? Like, can I drop someone else's mic? If they don't know what they just did, like, are there 2 mics? Because there's 2 of them. Thank you. I know. I wanted to respect their vision, All right. Okay, we'll move on to something else. Okay. I was just in Canada, which was super fun. They have something there that we don't have here. Are you Canadian? Where are you from? Toronto? Okay, that's where I was. It was so fun. My sister lives there. It's great. Oh my God. You guys have like functioning fucking bureaucracy. It's really, like, I went to a community pool over the summer and it was fully staffed with lifeguards and I was like, where the fuck am I? Definitely not America. Anyway, you have something in Canada that we do not have here that I'm very jealous of, and it is paper money with a woman on it. We've never had that. Yeah, we've been promised Harriet Tubman for I think 7 years on the $20 bill, and she was never late without a really good reason, so I would like to know what the fucking holdup is at the U.S. Treasury, all right? Now, it's not like we've never had women on money. We have, but they've both been coins. Does anybody know the coins? Susie B. Did you say Susie B? Susan B. Anthony, yes. Okay, because the coin is called the Susie B. So I was like, oh my God, do we have a coin nerd? Amazing. We don't. Okay, so yeah, the Susie B. It has problematic women's rights activist Susan B. Anthony. Google it on your own time, all right? And the Susie B. It was the first one and ended up getting discontinued. And I don't have any proof of this, but I'm going to say it anyway because this is America, right? So I think the Susie B. got discontinued because Susan B. Anthony was not hot enough. Yeah, and like I don't want to objectify anybody, but like the haters have a little bit of a point, okay? Like if you ever get your hands on one, you're like, oh my God, which side is tails? Like, yeah. Tails is an eagle, all right? So it is not a flattering, and I'm like, listen. Profile, also not my angle. Please stop looking at me, okay? But I might not have even noticed if they hadn't gone the complete opposite direction with the other coin, which is, of course, the Sacagawea golden dollar, which you may have seen if you've ever put a 20 into the MetroCard machine and get like 17 back. Okay, I don't do impressions. That's not the kind of comic I am, but I will do for you now my one impression of the Sacagawea golden dollar. Everybody get ready. Like, what? Do you know who Sacagawea was? Okay, she was an interpreter and guide who led the Lewis and Clark expedition over the Rockies to conquer the American West. And like, anytime there was a disaster, she solved it. All their field notes fell out of their fucking canoe. Guess who picked it up? Sacagawea. Every time they got in a fight with a tribe along the way, guess who had to fucking work it out? Sacagawea. That's just not what I'm getting from the coin, all right? What I'm getting from the coin is, Kim, there are people that are dying, which I recognize is only a mediocre Kardashian impression, okay? I don't care because I don't care to work on it. That's not going to do anything good for my life, all right? I actually think there's an argument to be made for putting the Kardashians on coins because they're like kind of our equivalent of the royal family, you know? But if we did that, I would have to insist that we put them on pennies because they cost more to produce than they're worth. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. If you take one thing home with you tonight, you can be like, damn, that girl hates the Kardashians. Yes, I do. I wasn't even really paying attention to them until Kim during the pandemic. Do you remember this? She went on TV and she's like, people just don't want to work anymore. Just get up off your ass and work. And I was like, really? You? The one thing I respected about you is that you don't do shit. And here you are, lying about it. All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, yes. We'll plot to kill them after the show. Okay, no, we won't. That's a joke. Okay. It is sports season. My favorite sport is in full swing right now, which is, this will probably come as a little bit of a shock to you, Premier League soccer. Anybody? Oh my God, my favorite sport. I love to watch it. I have cable, so I get to usually watch it at home, but sometimes there's a big game on, it's not on cable. I have to go to a bar to watch it, right? I don't mind doing that. It's just that there's always a group of straight guys at the bar who cannot believe that I came there to watch the game and not talk to them. Which would be fine if they didn't have the same questions and comments for me every time. It goes a little bit something like this, okay? You're not a real soccer fan. Who's your favorite team? I'm like, oh, super easy question. Whoever is wearing white in the rain. Yeah. It's the English Premier League in England. It rains every day there. Why would I be so picky, you know? Or they're like, well, have you ever been to a live soccer game? And I'm like, oh, no, because typically I don't gather in an arena with 60,000 other people to watch porn from far away. That's weird, all right? I am at home, and that is partly for the safety of the players, because I am a creep. I'm just not at the stadium, all right? But also, my remote control at home has rewind, pause, and slow motion. And I don't know why I would ever trade that for a seat in the nosebleeds, because if you were watching these games correctly, you can see butt cheek in every single one. And because of the time difference, the games are on during brunch. Boom. Yeah. I got in a fight with one of my friends about this, because she was like, Katie, you know, it's really not cool the way you talk about soccer, you know? It's like you're using soccer to objectify men. And isn't that exactly what we don't want them to do to us? And I was like, oh my God, you know, now that you said it like that, I don't care. Yeah, it's been a couple centuries, gentlemen. We've been asking you to stop objectifying us, so I propose we start doing it back. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Utopia. We did it. Listen, and that is a false accusation. I am not using soccer to objectify men. I will admit I show up for the powerful thighs, all right? Those games come on at 7:30 in the morning, and I deserve a little something for me, and I will have it. But that is not why I stay. No, I do love it, but you know what I love more? Grown men crying. Very difficult to find on TV in this country, but soccer, guaranteed. Half these dudes are from Spain and Italy, so win or lose, somebody's crying. All right. And it's not mandatory. I don't need them to cry, but like if I want to watch elite soccer with no crying, I can watch the women play. All right. That's it for me. I'm Katie Compa. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show.